XRP just hit $3.66, and some people are calling it a new all-time high. Others say, wait, XRP already hit $3.84 back in 2018. So which one is correct? According to Ripple CTO David Schwartz, both of those numbers may actually be misleading, and he's not shy about explaining why. Let's break this down clearly. This whole debate came back up because of XRP's recent strong performance. During the latest market-wide rally, XRP surged to a local high of $3.66. The jump got people talking again. Has XRP finally broken into new territory? Or is it still under the shadow of its 2018 peak? To stir the pot, the crypto exchange Uphold, one of the few US-based platforms that has continuously supported XRP, asked investors, do you consider $3.66 a new ADH, all-time high, or are we still below that old 2018 peak? As expected, the community was divided. Some insisted XRP reached $3.84 in January 2018. Others were happy to call the recent rally a new record. But here's where things get interesting. David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, has a different view altogether, and he's been consistent about it. In a post from April 2023 that recently resurfaced, Schwartz explained that earlier numbers like $3.84 weren't really reflecting true market prices. According to him, these figures were based on data pulled from exchanges that converted prices from South Korean won to US dollars using inflated rates. These unrealistic conversions led to misleading price points that many still cite today. His key point? Very few people, if any, ever paid more than $3.30 for XRP, unless they bought during a brief price spike or overpaid by mistake. He doubled down on that recently, saying again that the supposed $3.84 ADH likely came from Korean exchanges where XRP was listed in KRW. The problem? Those platforms converted prices to USD using overly optimistic exchange rates. That's where something called the kimchi premium comes in. Now, if you haven't heard of the kimchi premium before, it refers to the higher prices crypto assets often fetch on South Korean exchanges. This happens because of strong demand in South Korea and the difficulty of moving money across borders to take advantage of the price gap. Let's look at some hard numbers to compare. On Bitstamp, XRP's 2018 high was $3.31. On Binance, it was around $3.35. On Bitfinex, $3.30. And Poloniex, slightly higher at $3.50. So, none of the major global exchanges ever showed the $3.84 figure. Where did it come from? Most likely from Korean exchanges like Uphold, where XRP reached 4,925 KRW in January 2018. Using the KRW/USD rate at that time, about 0.00093, this converted to roughly $4.40. But this wasn't the real market value. It was an inflated price due to the kimchi premium. And this brings us back to today. If we go by the more reliable figures from global exchanges, XRP's highest price back in 2018 was somewhere between $3.30 and $3.50. That means the recent $3.66 breakout actually is a new all-time high, at least based on fair market prices. In other words, XRP is now officially in price discovery territory, according to Schwartz's logic. This is big news because it suggests XRP isn't just repeating the past, it's potentially entering a whole new phase of market growth. But of course, not everyone agrees. Some users online still argue that somebody must have paid $3.84 or more. One XRP holder even mentioned exchanges like Poloniex and Yobit, saying early trading activity there may have pushed prices higher. But Schwartz pushed back, saying those prices were either outliers or based on skewed data from non-USD markets. So what can we take from all this? First, it's a reminder that headline numbers don't always tell the full story, especially in crypto, where prices can vary wildly between exchanges, countries, and currencies. Second, it shows how important it is to look at where data comes from. A price from Uphold in Korean won might look impressive, but if it's inflated by local demand and exchange rate quirks, it might not reflect what most people actually paid. Finally, if Schwartz is right, and let's not forget, he's the CTO of Ripple, then XRP's recent surge isn't just a feel-good moment. It's a technical milestone, a sign that XRP has finally broken free of its old range and could be headed into new territory. So next time someone says XRP already hit $3.84, you'll know there's a lot more behind that number than meets the eye. What do you think? Should we trust the prices from global exchanges like Bitstamp and Binance? Or do the Korean highs still count? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more updates like this. Clear, simple, and straight to the point.